Hey guys, Professor Hank here, and welcome back. It's time for another episode of Office Hours, and Office Hours are just a way for me to give you some updates on the channel, my classes, and just other general newsy kind of stuff. And before we get started, I have a shout out. I wanted to give a special shout out to our latest paid member, and that is Brian Edgar, who joined at the graduate level. Thank you so much, Brian, for your support, and I hope that you continue to get value out of the channel. And thanks for giving back. And thanks to all the members. But Brian Edgar, new member, joined 1 day ago at the graduate level. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All the contributions from the paid members go to improving the channel and the overall quality of the videos, content, and all that sort of stuff. So thank you, Brian, for your contribution. Really, really, really appreciate it. And thank you to all of the members and the super thanks people for your contributions. It really makes a difference in improving the overall quality and content of the channel. So thank you very, very, very much. Brian Edgar, graduate member. All right. So that being said, have a bunch of stuff to talk about, just some rapid fire announcements here. Um, the first thing, no particular order, that I'll mention is that I had some members, had some subscribers actually ask about sharing their code and whatnot. So in response to that and further discussions with them, decided to start a message board for the channel, whose link I will put in the description below. So it's a unmoderated forum to where viewers of the channel can go and collaborate on stuff. And we've already had a couple people post code and make some threads and whatnot. And it's just something small. It's just fledgling. It's a little community. And I figured that, people might want to connect and share information and whatnot. So I started it. It's there. It's completely free for you to sign up and share. And, I check in every once in a while to participate in the discussions as they've begun. And so you can feel free to stop by, post, comment on other people's code, share your code, get ideas, whatever. It's there. It's a resource. Check it out if you feel so inclined, if you're interested in that. Another thing I want to announce is that I have my DVC schedule ready to go. I'll be teaching the Introduction to Computer Science class over the summer. And so it's going to be the usual format for me, which was the online asynchronous format. And it's going to be an abbreviated semester because it's over the summer. So you end up having, I think it's 6 weeks, 7 weeks, whatever. So it's pretty brutal, pretty breakneck pace. But if you're a good student, if you know yourself, if that sounds like something that's interesting to you, you can now sign up for that. And I already have a few people who've signed up for the class. And once the word gets out, it'll probably fill up pretty darn fast. So if you're thinking about taking a class with me at DVC over the summer, get that done quickly, sooner rather than later. And if you're wondering about the types of videos that we'll be using for that asynchronous class while you're watching them, they're on the channel here because I set up this channel originally to set up or to support all of my classes. And so that continues to be the primary focus of this channel. And I'm going through right now and updating a lot of the old content. And as you've been noticing, if you've been viewer of the channel, if you're a subscriber, member, whatever, you've been noticing I've been releasing a new video probably, at a breakneck pace, like once a day or multiple times a week. I've been releasing videos because I'm trying to get all the stuff updated and, get it done before the summer and then the fall semester. So, if you want to get in that class, sign up today, 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 today. So we got that. The other thing I wanted to mention was for the latest videos, you might have noticed, and I want to get your feedback on this if anybody cares to comment. What I've been trying to do is I've been trying to cut out all of the dead space in the videos, right? So I'm a slow talker, I'm a slow thinker, I'm a slow everything. And, there's a lot of dead space that happens in the videos as I'm, going about explaining things and whatnot. And so I've tried to speed the videos up and get them shorter by eliminating some of the dead space or some of my verbal kind of take kind of things, right? Like when I'm talking and I'm explaining something, I'll be like, oh yeah, then we do this, right? And then, okay, so then we do this, and then the other thing, and then type, 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 type. And then we do the, Yeah, and then this and you know, type. So I wanted to eliminate that in the videos so that way we can try to get the running time of the videos down to a shorter length of time. So that way you can get in, get out, and get on your way. So, you know, let me know how that goes. But if you've been wondering why are they seeming a little choppy or whatnot, it's because I'm trying to edit all that extra stuff out. And I think it's working for the most part. I think it's good. But if you think it's terrible, you know, whatever your opinion may be, you know, let me know in the comments below if I should stop doing that, if I should go back to the previous way I did things, or whatever. Your opinion really matters on that kind of stuff. Um, the other thing that I wanted to share with you really quick, I had a commenter um, ask a question on one of the videos, and let me go see if I can find it recently. Oh yeah, Joey. Thanks for the comment on the beard. Appreciate it. Um, Not exactly sure what to do with it at this point. I mean, I'd love to get like a giant, long old Santa Claus type beard, but I don't know how to do that. You know, I'd have to go find a barber or something that could you know, handle that for me, I suppose. This is the first like beard that I've grown like in my entire life, and I've had it for couple years. I mean, like after lockdown was over and COVID kind of subsided, I was like, you know, we're not having to wear masks all the time and all that, so I can finally have my beard or whatever. And so I kind of did it because, you know, when you're bald, you know, you get up in the morning, you want to change your look, you know, you have the options of bald or bald. And so it occurred to me, oh, well, I can grow a beard or something, you know, to try to change my look a little bit, just experiment with that. So thanks for noticing. I was thinking about even like dyeing it like blue or something or some crazy color, just because you get bored, you know. And I'm a kind of person where if um, if I still could grow hair, I'd have like this giant old mohawk and stuff like that. But I'm not, so or I don't have any hair, so I have to do what I can do. And then you asked about Tim Lincecum. I'd say, you know, head over to the board and try to start up a thread on that. But you know, I think you'd have to look at his resume and you'd have to try to argue from the opposite position. Why shouldn't he be in the Hall of Fame? Right? I mean, look how well he did with the Giants. I mean, sure, once he got traded, you know, he had the injuries and stuff, and that slowed his career down. But what he accomplished with the Giants, I think there'd be a pretty strong argument for whether or not, you know, or for him being in the Hall of Fame. You know, if he was a bigger guy and he didn't throw so hard, you know, if he didn't get injured because of that, I think he certainly would have had a much stronger case. I mean, that 6 year run the Giants had where they won the three World Series in 6 years, it was a pretty dominant run. And he was the number one on, you know, he was the guy, the number one in the rotation for a chunk of that. So he was when he was good, he was really good. And then when he came in as a reliever, even he was really good. So I don't know. We'll see how that turns out. But uh, I mean, I think you could argue both ways. I think you could argue for it and against it, and it's just going to be one of those things. I think where time's gonna tell what the correct answer is on that. It's hard to say, but I mean, when he was good, he was really good. Maybe it didn't last long enough, but you know, with his resume, with the World Series and everything, I mean, I think it would be, like I said, it'd be hard to argue against it. It's hard to argue for it. I mean, you could go either way. So, much smarter baseball people than me will have to make that decision. We'll have to make that call. Okay, so one other announcement that I wanted to make too is that, you know, I've been going at this breakneck pace because I'm trying to get all these videos updated. And in Office Hours number one, I kind of talked about the roadmap for where I'm just, you know, where I'm going to take the channel and all these sorts of stuff. But the pace is going to be slowing down a bit because in the summer I'm going to be super busy and I'm not going to be able to release videos probably during the summer semester. So I'm going to continue cranking out as many videos as I can, as fast as I can before then. But you can expect, you know, between Oh, it's the summer semester starts halfway through June, so and then runs through the end of August or through the end of July, and maybe a week in August. I'd have to check the schedule, but so during that time period, things will slow down quite a bit, and I might only be able to do go get back to my previous schedule of like one video a week or something like this. But then once the fall semester picks back up, then we'll crank it back in, and we'll get going on it back at the usual pace. Okay. One other thing, one other thing. If you are a faculty member at an institution somewhere, if you're working for any type of educational institution, as it says on my about page on the channel, if you feel free to use these videos in any of your classes that you like, as long as you're not claiming them as your own, right? Um, feel free to. It's totally fine to use them. Um, I have no problem with that whatsoever. This is, something where if anybody can get value out of it, that's fantastic. I know that I've been approached by people from multiple institutions who use my videos and explicitly ask permission to do so. It's incredibly flattering when that happens. But yeah, I mean, feel free to use them. And if there's anybody at any of these institutions who might know of a upcoming position for an online teacher in their computer science department, happy to hear about that. Feel free to send that towards me or consider sending that towards me because I wouldn't mind picking up one more online teaching class somewhere, anywhere in the United States, right? If it's online, then I can do that, no problem. So I'm based out of California, California resident, and all that. But if you don't mind, um, having an additional online instructor, and that's not a limitation. I know some states are like, oh, we don't do business with California, and I know that California says, oh, we're not going to do some business with certain states and all that sort of stuff. But if you have an opening that you're aware of and you think that I might be a good fit for it, please feel free to hit me up on the email link that's posted on the channel, and you can also email me directly. I have a special Gmail account now to support the channel for all the communications that I'm getting from different people, and that is the.professor.hank@gmail.com. And I've also been approached by some people who are interested in doing sponsorship for the channel. And I'm totally open for doing that too. So feel free to email me at that same email address if you have some kind of product or something that you want me to take a look at or review for you and all that kind of stuff. Okay. All right. So that's everything that I have for you this week. Thanks for all of the support. Thanks for all the comments, and thanks for the super thanks, the chats, especially to all of the different members who are continuing to support the channel. Special shout out to a couple of other members, and I want to especially thank Brian for just joining, fresh member. But Mike to Mac, congratulations and thank you so much. You just came up on your 1 month anniversary of joining the channel, and the longest running member who I've had some conversations with here and there back in, you joined way back, I think it's coming up on a year and a half now. You're the longest running member. Thank you so much, Ben, for your continued support. Really appreciate it. And feel free to drop me a comment, shoot me an email. Let me know how you're doing. Okay. Anyway, so chat with you guys later. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.